Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is like my umpteenth time filming this video. I don't know why I can't get through this video. There's always some background noise or some disruption or I stumble. So I'm going to try one last time to get through this video because I've been receiving a lot of questions from many of you asking about my pre-loved purchases and also asking about my experiences with Rebag recently versus Fashionphile. So if you watched my recent videos, you will have seen that I added this brand new Chanel beauty, or I should say new to me, because this is a pre-loved purchase and I found it on rebag.com, and this is actually my very first purchase from Rebag, so I'm happy to answer questions about how my experience was with Rebag compared to Fashionphile, where I purchased the remaining 4 of my pre-loved bags. So this one here is in the black caviar with the silver hardware. Let me just give you a quick look in case you missed my earlier videos. It is a single flap, so it's very easy access, and then it's got a beautiful single strap here, so it's meant for shoulder, or you can wear it in the crook of your arm. I did post some mod shots on my Instagram at the same name as my channel. It's Hello Catwalk City if you want to go take a look and see how it looks on the body or against the body. And then of course I do have to show you the back pocket because this feature is what really sold me on this piece. I love how big and functional this pocket is, really easy access for my phone, and yeah, I just love this slim design and how lightweight it is. So I did save quite a bit of money purchasing this pre-loved. Again, I can't purchase it at the boutiques anyway because it is discontinued, but it was listed for $29.90 and then I had a 10% promo code, so I paid slightly under $2,700 for this, and the last retail price in the US for this piece was $3,100, so you can do the math. I saved a decent amount there. So let me also talk about the Fashionphile pieces that I purchased. This was actually my very first pre-loved purchase of any kind at all, let alone from Fashionphile, and I was super timid and super nervous about trusting the pre-loved market, but it was actually 2 other YouTubers that really convinced me because they were so gung-ho about the pre-loved market and also very positive about their experiences with Fashionphile in particular. So shout out to Jerusha Couture. Jerusha, I am addicted to her channel. I have been for many years. She is amazing. She is the queen, and she is a huge fan of Fashionphile. So that gave me some level of peace of mind, I guess you would say. And then also 408 California 408 is another YouTuber. She has a really nice collection and she seems to gravitate towards Fashionphile for her pre-loved pieces. So those 2 YouTubers really did make an impact on me in kind of helping me take the leap. But again, because I was so timid, what I did with this piece is that I actually purchased a brand new, or at least new condition item. So this wallet on chain in the black caviar with silver hardware. Again, you can see it's my favorite color combo, black and silver. This was listed in new condition on Fashionphile, and it meant that it came with the original stickers. They were intact. The original tags were intact. The felt, the dust bag, everything came in original condition along with the authenticity card. So let me open it up here. Now, why did I go pre-loved for this piece? Well, because I actually called Chanel customer service to find the wallet on chain in this exact color combo last year, and because of the timing, I guess I just got unlucky. I was told that there were no wallet on chains in this color combo anywhere in any of the boutiques across the entire country of the United States, which blew my mind. I couldn't even order it and get it shipped to me from a different state. I was shocked. So it turns out they probably cleared out their inventory because just a few months later, they introduced the new model with the magnetic closure. This has the older snap closure and also slightly adjusted zipper pull so that it prevents the indentation here. So I imagine Chanel cleared out their inventory and made space to introduce their new model, and I was kind of in that in-between time and I didn't realize it. So I was like, I want this so badly, I'm just gonna go pre-loved. And when I found it in new condition, but it wasn't listed above retail price, it was listed $75 below retail in new condition, I just snatched it up. And I have not been disappointed since. It smells good, it feels good, it's buttery. I love this caviar. The retail price on this is $2,500 and I purchased it for $24.25. So not a huge savings, but I'm okay with that because I couldn't get my hands on this otherwise. Now, I did have a moment where I thought, should I sell this and get the new model with the magnetic closure? Because the magnetic closure is definitely easier and you don't have to really pay close attention to what you're doing when you close it. But I really am so smitten with this one, and I'm going to stick with it. I think I'm just going to hang on to this one forever and just let the new model go to others. So that's my first pre-loved piece ever, and that was from Fashionphile. I had a very good experience. And then after that one, I went ahead and I actually purchased this very impulsive purchase here. This one was actually listed in excellent condition, and it is in excellent condition as far as I can see. It's the Valentino rock stud with the black velvet and champagne gold hardware. So because it is black velvet, in my mind it is more of a seasonal piece, and also the Valentino aesthetic is really not up my alley, but I don't know why with this piece it really spoke to me. And as soon as I saw it, it jumped out. It felt like jewelry, it felt like eye candy. It also happened to be right around the holidays late last year, and I felt like it was so festive. It would be nice for special occasions. And so yeah, I snatched it up. It was at an amazing price. Because it was missing the chain strap that comes along with it, they discounted this heavily. So let me show you the inside. It is all beautiful buttery lambskin. It has some of the stickers still attached, and also it has the original tag attached. This one here was originally $2,595, and believe it or not, I mentioned this in my original unboxing or review video. I guess it was unboxing. I didn't do a review video because I never used this bag. Yeah, that's my confession. I never used this bag. I've only used it to take photos in and around my home. I've not used it. It's not the kind of bag you can use every day anyway. But yeah, you saw the original price, and I actually snagged this from Fashionphile for under $1,000. So gosh, I saved so much money there. And it doesn't bother me that it doesn't come with a chain strap, because if you guys know me and you've been here before, I tend to gravitate away from chain straps. I like leather straps more, and I don't think I would have utilized it that very much. I don't like the cold feeling of chain straps, and I do like the look of this top handle, and I also really just wanted to wear this as a clutch like so, especially for evening wear, special occasions and such. So that one was my second Fashionphile purchase. And then I went ahead and I purchased this beauty here. And I surprised myself because I had been hunting down the perfect Chanel classic flap in the boutiques. And if you watched my earlier videos, I actually purchased one in black caviar, not lambskin. This one is lambskin. I got it in black caviar with silver hardware when it was retailing for $5,600. And then I discovered on the first day that I was planning to wear it that there was a popped stitch on the side. Sorry if this is a repeat. I know those of you who've been here before have seen all these videos, but just to sum it up, I went to return it and they didn't have any others in stock, so I couldn't exchange it, and it was just this whole mess. And then about a week later or so, or maybe it was that same week, the price went up to $5,800. I still bought a second one, and then discovered when I got home that second one had really bad bubbled lining. It wasn't subtle, it was really bubbled lining. It was big air pockets all along the bottom and the sides. So then I had to return that as well. So much for the boutique experience. It wasn't that great. I mean, the first time there was a lot of fanfare. There was the champagne and the rah-rah and the pizzazz, but it really wasn't worth it because I also at the same time felt a lot of pressure, and I felt that both times the sales associates were pretty pushy. So I was then convinced to go the Preloved route, and again, to my surprise, I gravitated towards lambskin. And this beauty popped up on my radar. It's 20 years old. It's a 6 series. I cannot believe how pristine it looks after 2 decades. Obviously, it looks, you know, like it's been worn. It's not brand spanking new. You can see some creasing. There's minor scuffs on the inside of the flap here. And I apologize if you hear background noise. It's the afternoon. There's just a lot of motorcyclists, and there's a lot of noise at the street level that's coming up through my window, but hopefully it's not too bad. So here there's the inside flap, and I did do an antibacterial cleanse and I did conditioning, and I have videos on those as well. But I really wanted a made in France burgundy lined classic flap in this color combo, and I saved so much money. You guys know I always say I paid less for this than for the price of a Chanel mini rectangle flap. Yes. So I obviously saved a lot of money considering the last retail price was $5,800. I purchased this for a little under $3,500, and Chanel has increased their prices very recently. We all know they already announced the massive increases in Europe, and it's coming here to the States. By the time I upload this video, I'm sure we will know the new prices here. So yeah, I'm super happy with this. Also, it may be my only lambskin, and it's very special to me. So this one, by the way, was listed in very good condition, and I didn't think that I would ever buy anything in very good condition. I thought I would do excellent or new only on Fashionphile, but they were very accurate with the listing. They listed literally every crease and scuff and scratch that I could possibly, even the ones I can't see. And so I was not disappointed at all. I was pleasantly surprised at how beautiful, and look at the sheen and the polish on this. The hardware is pristine. So yes, this was a good purchase. And then this one here, I don't know if I've ever shared on this channel the story behind my Celine box. This is the Celine Classic Box Bag in the medium size, and it has the smooth calfskin with the aged gold hardware. A lot of you are intimidated, I know, of the smooth calfskin, but I have to say this is definitely more durable than you think, just like the Chanel lambskin is more durable than most people think. This one here I actually purchased in 2019, but it's a 2017 bag. So somebody owned this for 2 years before they sold it, and it's in absolutely pristine condition. There is no noticeable wear anywhere at all, no scratches, and I think most people are surprised to know that it has held up so well. So this one here, I actually went to the Celine boutique before I bought this, and I tried on the medium size. I also compared it with the teen size, which was newly introduced last year, and also the smaller size, and I did a bunch of comparison videos, obviously with just this, and then I cut out cardboard stock to make the other bags since I don't have those bags, but I did some comparison videos that hopefully were helpful to some of you. But I was about to pull the trigger on this bag when I saw it in the color combo, and I saw it on my body and how it felt. I was definitely ready. Even though it was super expensive, I was ready to buy this, just brand new from the boutique. For those of you who are Celine fans, you know that this came out at a really hefty price tag, over $4,000. And then to everyone's amazement and surprise, Celine lowered the price to $3,950, which is still a huge chunk of money, but 3,000 range is more, I think it's easier to stomach than 4,000 range. Anyway, so it came out for $39.50, and I was about to shell out that money for this bag because I think it's just so classic, so subtle and understated, and it's the kind of bag that I don't think I'll ever get sick of, and I can wear this into my old age. But I thought to myself, wait a minute, I had such good luck with other Preloved purchases, maybe I should just check real quick if Fashionphile has this bag in stock. And I literally was standing outside the Celine boutique, and I typed it into my phone, and lo and behold, this exact bag came up, and it was the exact color, size combo that I wanted. It was in excellent condition. As far as I could tell, when I zoomed into the photos, it looked brand spanking new. It was coming with the original dust bag, original paperwork, even the box, and it was at a really great price. I saved about $1,200 on this bag compared to how much I would have paid in the boutique. So yes, I am very, very happy with this purchase as well. So let me just go through a few points about Fashionphile versus Rebag, because there are some differences that I think are notable. In terms of selection, I would say that Fashionphile definitely has a wider selection overall. They have more brands. They also have items that are outside of handbags. They have fine jewelry, designer shoes, accessories, small leather goods, etc. So they have more inventory. Whoops. Okay, let me put that back. And Rebag is more about bags, just like the name would kind of convey. And every time I go into a Rebag brick and mortar store, I notice that the majority of their bags are within 3 brands, and it's Hermes, Chanel, and Louis Vuitton. So if you're not looking for Hermes, Chanel, or Louis Vuitton, then you may not find a great selection at Rebag. And even within those 3 brands, I wonder if Fashionphile still has a wider selection. I would dare to say so. Although when I go into the Rebag stores, I'm always in awe because they have a full wall of Birkins and Kellys of all different colors, and I just stop there and I admire all the eye candy. I have seen a couple of different brands like Gucci and Celine, but again, really it seems like it's concentrated around Hermes, Chanel, and Louis Vuitton when it comes to Rebag's selection. So I wanted to point that out. In terms of price, I know some of you are open to going Preloved, but you have concerns that sometimes the Preloved market kind of marks up popular items and you'd wind up paying more than retail, which I really wouldn't recommend personally. I don't know, psychologically, I feel like you'd have to love it even more than you normally would if you're willing to pay above retail, if you're willing to pay more than anyone else would be willing to pay, right? I did that once on Fashionphile with my it's not mine anymore, with the Chanel mini square. It was in the 18B, highly coveted dark pink, or better known as the raspberry color, caviar with silver hardware. It was absolutely beautiful. But long story short, if you missed that video, it turns out that it was an altered bag. It wasn't in the original condition. It wasn't in the condition that it was stated in. So I returned it. And it was the best thing I could ever do. I didn't regret it. I still don't regret it. And also because I had paid slightly over retail price, I think it would have just kind of, I don't know, I think I would have always remembered that. And again, I would have had to love it that much more to pay over retail. So I don't think I'm ever going to pay over retail again. I don't think I'll ever want something that badly again, if that makes any sense. But in terms of prices, I think that Fashionphile and Rebag are both competitive. So they're on the same level. I do think that Fashionphile might be a little bit more transparent in terms of their pricing or their discounts. And the only reason why I say that is because I noticed that every 30 days that a bag is on Fashionphile's website, it goes down by 10%. So it's marked down by 10%. So for example, if the bag is not sold for 3 months, right, for 90 days, then it would come down by 30%. So you could kind of track it a little bit. If it's not within your budget, you may want to just sit tight and keep tracking it to see if it comes down. Now, of course, you will risk that it will sell to somebody else, but whenever that happens, I kind of feel like it probably wasn't meant to be anyway. So, and then also if the item goes below the 30% discount, meaning it's even lower than that, they move it to the Fashionphile outlet page. It's all on the same website, but it's just a different section. So if you were looking for a bargain, you might want to just go straight to the Fashionphile outlet page and see what they have going there, where things are marked down by 30% or more. I do know that some people go straight there and they look for bags that are super beat up in pretty rough condition. They pay a fraction of the price that you would pay in a boutique, and then they spend some money to send it to kind of like a refurbishing place. Like Leather Surgeons out in Pennsylvania is super popular because they are really expert at restoring bags for Chanel, Hermes. They have great reputation. So I do know some people who've done those kind of restoration projects and saved a lot of money. I don't know if that's for me. Maybe in the future, but I just wanted to share that with y'all in case you were interested. Also, the return policy or the refund policy is vastly different. I think it's important to share this. So the return policy with Fashionphile is pretty easy. I've returned a few items in the past. No hassle. You can return anything that has the original Fashionphile tag still attached within 30 days of the purchase date. So it's 30 days from the purchase date, not from the delivery date, okay? So that's something to keep in mind because I almost made that mistake. So if it's within 30 days of your purchase date, then you just ship it back. It's free shipping to you and also free shipping back to them. So it's really easy. And then they pay you back, or they refund your payment in the original form of payment within about 2 to 3 business days. It does say on their website that for fine jewelry and watches, it may take up to 10 business days. I imagine there's an extra layer of authentication or processing they have to put it through. But yeah, for the most part, it only takes a couple of business days. But on the Rebag site is very different. So if you choose to return something with Rebag, you do have to email them within 7 days of receiving the bag. So you've got a week. Let's say you received a bag today, you've got a week to email them, let them know you want to return it. I'm sure there's some protocol they'll ask you to follow, and then you have to ship the bag within 2 business days. So you've got 48 hours to ship the bag out to them, and they will track it. So it's a really tight window. And when you ship it back, if it's an item that's under $4,000, it will cost you $20 to ship back. So you as the customer are expected to absorb the shipping fee. And then if it's an item that's over $4,000, then you're going to shell out $60 for the return shipping fee. So it's going to be 3 times as more expensive than the the other shipping fee. And then this is only applicable to domestic US customers. So if you happen to be an international customer outside of the US, unfortunately, Rebag does not accept returns. And I imagine that's just because of the hassle for international, like customs clearance and all of that. So returns will only work if you happen to be here in the US. So I think that's a pretty big difference. Otherwise, they're similar in terms of their buyback program. They both offer buyback programs where they will quote you a dollar amount for any bags that you purchase from them, and they'll just buy it back from you. You may lose a couple $100s in the transaction, but at least there's peace of mind knowing that there is a marketplace that you can easily sell back to. You can also sell other bags. I have sold bags to Fashionphile. I've not sold to Rebag. I recently got an email from Rebag because I actually put in a request for a quote on one of my bags. And I don't know if it's because I'm in Manhattan, but they said there's a VIP service where they can come. We make an appointment and they have someone come in person to take a look at the bag, and they will pick it up for me versus me having to package it up and ship it to them. So it's something I'm looking into. Again, I don't know if it applies to the whole country or if it's just for New York or just for large metropolitan areas. But if you are interested, you may want to take a look at their site and look that up. Okay, so that really covers it. And of course, I also wanted to share with you the dollar amount of how much I saved. I mean, I'm going to say saved because I think my husband would say, did you really save money? Couldn't you have saved more if you didn't buy any of these bags? But my calculation is on how much I saved by buying these pre-loved versus buying them brand new from the boutiques. And I tallied up the price differences, and I also tallied up how much I saved in the tax differences because you have to count that as well. And it turns out for these 5 bags, I did save $6,155 plus some odd change. So that's a good chunk of money, over $6,000. I could potentially go get another Chanel bag with that money, which I will not do. I feel like I have plenty of bags now. I probably have too many, and I definitely have put some aside to sell and get rid of. You guys know that because I mentioned that before. I'm more than happy with what I have, but I wanted to share that with you. I do think that the boutique experience is nice, but if you also don't mind online shopping and you are a bit of a hunter, there is some sense of satisfaction also in the way you shop for the pre-loved market. I really am enjoying this. I'm also not a typical shopper. I don't like walking through stores. I don't like trying things on. I'm not a mall person. I feel very suffocated when I walk through crowded areas. It's just not my style. I had mentioned this way back when I first started my channel. I'm really not that much of a shopper. I'm basically looking for a specific item, and it has to be the one. I don't just roam around and shop, if that makes any sense. So for someone like me, if you are like me, then hunting down items on the pre-loved market, scouring the internet, examining photos, examining descriptions without being under the glaring eye of a sales associate who's trying to make a commission, then maybe this is the way for you. I do hope this video was helpful. I tried to answer all the questions. If I missed anything, please let me know in the comments below your thoughts, your questions, anything you might be curious about. And also please give this video a thumbs up so I know that it was, enjoyed by you. And if you are new to my channel, we are all about luxury content, designer handbags in particular, some jewelry, but I also sprinkle in some more affordable mid-range items that I enjoy. So if you enjoy that kind of stuff, I would love for you to subscribe and join the fun. Till next time, bye-bye.